Okay, got my kayak out. It's finally all rigged up. Decided to make a video, kind of walk through what I've done. Okay, so let's get started. Looking at a Kayak Cuda 12. I picked it up at the Appomattox River Company about a month and a half ago, and I have been thoroughly enjoying rigging this puppy out. Have definitely invested a small fortune in this. Alright, let's check out the bow. We have my Bending Branches Angler Pro stick. It's awesome, very lightweight. It's a breeze to paddle with. What I like about it too, it's got a nice measuring device on there as well as an added benefit. If you look out through the kayak, I went ahead and put the silent traction kind of all throughout. Notice it right here when you use the, you put the paddle up, or if you use this little hatch for when you want to stage your fishing rods, it does make a lot of noise, but the silent traction really does help out dampen that noise. I also went ahead and put a Yak Attack panfish, I believe it's panfish portrait, on a mighty mount right here. And what's nice about this, I could also put the other attachment that contains my GoPro camera up here as well. Here you have your hatch. Definitely tons of storage up front. I am planning to go camping, so that will be a treat to stuff all of the camping gear and into dry sacks, etc. Got a GoPro mount, came standard with the Cuda. Get out of the shadow. And then I went ahead, like I mentioned, put silent traction on these fishing rod stagers that fit nicely when you want us to put the tips in there. Here's your leash on the Cuda to help you stand up along your center console. Here's a standard ram fishing rod holder on a ram ball. I think it's 1.5 inch ball. This is the standard spot. I kind of like it up here. It's not too out of the way to get to it, but it's fairly nice. I went ahead and also installed the Yak Attack. I think it's the GT90 gear track, so I have it on both sides in the event that I want to move my other fishing rod holder from there right to left or vice versa. Here we have the center console. I just picked up this fish finder. It's a Humminbird 346 DI with the down imaging. I am waiting on the transducer mount, a kit that Humminbird makes. What I'm going to do with that is doing it in the whole install for that. I also have a battery coming from, I believe it's Kayak Fishing Stuff. They actually make a pretty nice package. It's the battery, waterproof box, along with the plugins already ready to go. So if you can see here, got the RAM mount for the fish finder as well. Love the RAM products. Between RAM and the Yak Attack stuff, they're just awesome. And the GT90 gear track here as well. And what I did on this, let me open it up. Also put the Yak Attack backing on here just to give it a little bit extra strength. There's my transducer. This is also a nice little option for the Cuda. It's a tray. You can put stuff there in a nice spot. I typically put my anchor in there as well, or there's some munchies. Okay. Again, on this whole area, I went ahead and put the silent traction throughout. Here's my Garmin GPS. I decided to go just to get the sonar without the GPS unit. Between my iPhone and this handheld that I have, I felt that I felt pretty secure with that. One of the best features of the Cuda is the seat. Definitely, you have two positions. The high, and there's the low. I typically leave it in the high. I actually find it very comfortable up here. Pretty stable when paddling as well. But if it gets windy like it is today, I'd probably go down to the low position for mostly what I have to do. Here, yeah, I have my new PFD. It's an NRS Chinook. I love the thing. It's got tons of pockets. I have my Leatherman knife here, little zippies, tons of options here. I pick a lot. I stick a lot of my leaders and weights and hooks, etc. in these pockets. Very comfortable. Now moving further back, I went ahead and installed a anchor trolley. Oh crap! Alright, sorry about that. I think I've been holding it backwards the whole time. So there's the PFD, like I was just talking about. It's got everything you have there. And going back to the anchor trolley, it's probably one of the first things I picked up and installed. I'm still getting the hang of it. Picked up this kit from, where did I pick this up? I think it was the Appomattox River Company. What I did, I also picked up a nice tip from, I think it was Chad Hoover's website. I sewed the ends here. Actually makes a nice clean finish. It's worked out pretty well as well. I like it a lot. I also went up with these optional features, these mesh pockets that Cuda, the Jackson Kayak Company, offered. And what I typically do is I put my Plano tackle boxes here. Again, silent traction throughout. It really makes a major difference if putting a plastic Plano tackle box against this material makes a ton of noise. So this definitely dampens that down. Then you have the tube launchers here. I typically stick my other fishing rods. I usually go out with 3 or 4. And I went ahead and kind of built this little thing to help secure it. Just a piece of bungee. Sewed the ends, did some shrink wrap, and then what I typically do is secure it like that. And I can just reach back and unsecure it when I need to kind of haul that out. This is an awesome crate. This Yak Attack Black Pack. I tell you what. You could really customize it, kind of go through what I've done. Obviously got the GoPro camera on a dog bone, I believe a panfish portrait as well. And I can move this around from there to my Mighty Mount up front, or I got another Mighty Mount in the back here, which I have another Yak Attack product. They're, what do they call this thing? Visicarp. Which is kind of nice. It's got a nice light back there for visibility. I have my leverage landing net. Love this thing. It's awesome. Definitely makes a difference when kayaking. And what I do is I have this back here. I tie it up when I'm not using it. But when I'm in the water, I typically untie it and put in one of the launchers and kind of have it angled down. Again, another Mighty Mount like I mentioned earlier. And then the pole. Another hatch in the back with plenty of access as well. Here's one of my rods, so I typically would do one of these numbers just to secure the guy in place when I'm paddling, just in case I take a dip. I've yet to do that. Pretty new to the whole kayaking angle of angling. So far, knock on wood, I haven't taken a dump, but I'm sure it's going to happen one of these days. Been out on it probably about 5 times on a stretch of the Shenandoah and this local lake here in Virginia. Then another mesh cover on this side. Here I just picked up this, what they call the hog trawl measuring device. What I kind of like about it, it's kind of tapered so you can really land the fish in there. It's got it all numbered up, and I might enter in the challenge series through Hook 1, which is kind of a neat little season-long tournament. Inside, got some leaders, my anchor, drift sock, another fish grabber with a digital scale. And that's about it. And I typically have 2 tackle boxes and a drink. And I think I'm all set here. In an ideal world, it'd be great. I could set this guy on top of a roof rack on this thing. Then I'd be all set. This is a Coleman 2011 SV3 pop-up. I just picked up the canopy right there, the awning, I mean. I'm going to look to install that in a few minutes. But yeah, so there is my Jackson Kayak Cuda 12, all geared up, ready to go. And the only thing I have left to do really is install the fish finder, the transducer, and the battery. And I am set for a seasons, let me correct that, of enjoyable kayak fishing. Hope you enjoy, and talk to you later.